Hello friends, this is Nirmal here for Technique, and in this video we're gonna do the detailed review of the Meizu's latest offering in the budget segment, the Meizu M3 Note. So the M3 Note was announced a couple of months back in China, and this comes with the pretty impressive specs. It has 5.5-inch Full HD displays powered by the MediaTek Helio P10 octa-core chipset coupled with 2GB RAM and 32GB internal storage, and this has dual SIM card support for GLTE, Android 5.1 Lollipop and a custom Flyme OS. And on the camera front we have a 13 megapixel rear camera and a 5 megapixel front facing camera along with a 4000 mAh battery. So that is the specifications of the Meizu M3 Note. Now let's go into the detailed aspects about this device. So first up, let's see the design and build quality. So design wise, this device feels very similar to the iPhone 5, 6s, and you can see the design language is very much similar to the iPhone series with curved edges. Top and bottom are curved with one single physical key, and there's no capacitive or on-screen buttons. All these things are managed by this M-Touch button. It also acts as a fingerprint scanner. You can see that it has a 2.5D curved glass, and on the rear panel we have this matte finish. It's completely made of metal with two chrome strips running on top and bottom, and we have this 13 megapixel camera, dual tone LED flash, Meizu branding. We have this power and volume keys integrated into a neat arrangement, and at the bottom we have this micro USB charging slot and the speaker unit. And at the top we have this 3.5mm audio jack. There is also SIM card tray on the left side. So design wise, this device looks really good. It has a lot of similarities with iPhone series, but nevertheless this device does look good and comes with premium metallic finishing, and the build quality is really impressive. But at the same time, with these curved edges, it does give a slippery feeling when using this device, but you need to be really careful while using this device, because it can slip out of hand because there's a curved and smooth edges all around. So in the design and build quality, this is pretty impressive offering. Now let's move on to the display. So this phone comes with a 5.5-inch Full HD display. It has a 2.5D glass, and this gives a really good feel to this device. It is pretty smooth. The touch response feels pretty smooth. The display quality also looks quite good. The colors are pretty good. Even the viewing angles are pretty decent. But one thing what we didn't like about the display is brightness levels. When we are using the device outdoor, you feel that the display brightness isn't really good, and reading under sunlight is a big issue. But having said that, the display feels quite good, and for the price it is offered, this is quite decent display. Now let's move on to the software and performance. So this device comes with Android 5.1 Lollipop out of the box, and this has this custom skin called Flyme OS. So you can see this Android 5.1 with Flyme 5.1. that's the version this comes with. So when we previously reviewed the Meizu device, we mentioned that the Flyme OS has a lot of similarities with iOS, but now with the 5.1 version, a lot of things have changed. This has more or less similarity with Android instead of iOS. So now you can see the arrangement are pretty neatly done, and it's not as confusing as the previous version of the Flyme OS, but still a lot of things are confusing, but that will come to that later. Now this phone comes with basic options like the customization, like you can download themes and do some basic options, and it does come with almost all options. Fingerprint security is included. Now this phone comes with multiple home screens, and there is no app drawer, and the notification center also comes with quick toggles where you can customize it a bit, and the UI looks quite decent, but a lot of things are still confusing about this UI. One is the multitasking. So for multitasking, there is no physical or on-screen button. You just have to swipe here and you get the multitasking option. So it does take some time to get used to this UI, especially with the M-Touch button. Press this, touch this button, and it will be the back button. Press and hold, it will be taking to the home screen. So everything is managed from this M-Touch button, which also acts as the fingerprint scanner. So overall, a pretty good implementation, but it does take some time getting used to this UI. Now talking about the performance, this is powered by the MediaTek Helio P10 octa-core chipset coupled with 3GB RAM, and there's 32GB internal storage. storage, and there is also micro SD card expansion slot, which is a hybrid SIM card. Now talking about the performance, that's where this device disappoints. While in the day-to-day tasks, this device was quite good, but when you push it harder for heavy tasks like heavy gaming, or even running multiple apps in the same time, it does struggle in the performance. And with the Helio P10 octa-core chipset, even with 3GB RAM, the performance was not that great. The gaming experience of this device was quite average and not really that great. There was lags and frame skips happening even with gaming with 3GB RAM. It was pretty laggy and not really ideal for gaming. So that is the issues with the Helio P10 octa-core chipset. The gaming experience was not that great and looked pretty average, and overall performance was also disappointing. Now talking about the other aspects, it also comes with a fingerprint scanner which is integrated to the home button, and this works quite well, no major issues, and unlocking is pretty fast and no lags whatsoever in the fingerprint scanner. So now let's talk about the camera. So this phone comes with a 13 megapixel camera and a 5 megapixel front facing camera. Now the camera interface looks quite good. There are lots of options included and almost all features are included. We had different modes like manual mode, panorama, beauty mode, then you have slow motion, macro mode. A lot of modes are there and does a good job with the interface. But then coming to the camera samples, that's where this device disappoints again. The camera quality was not that great. The color quality was quite disappointing, and the consistency in the color was a major issue with this device. While in daylight shots, it did produce some decent quality shots, but the exposure and the overall clarity was not that great when compared to the competition like the Redmi Note 3. So we already done a comparison video with the Redmi Note 3 and other devices. You can check out that video and see how the camera performance is. And this phone can also record videos in 1080p, and there is also a 5 megapixel front facing camera for selfies. So the camera unit on this device was not really as good as some of the other devices in this category, but nevertheless it's a decent performer. The color quality is something that is not that great on this device. We are expecting this device to improve the camera performance with future upgrades. That's up to Meizu to fix those issues. So that was the camera performance. Now finally talking about the battery. So this phone comes with a 4000 mAh battery, and the battery performance is quite good because you get almost 1.5 days of usage. With the average or moderate usage, it's easy to get almost 1.5 days, and you don't really have any issues with the battery performance. So battery performance is pretty good on the Meizu M3 Note. Now talking about the audio performance of this device, the speaker unit is located at the bottom, and it does perform quite well, and it's pretty loud enough to be heard, and even if you're playing music via speakers, there is pretty good loudness to the audio. So now we have talked about almost all aspects about this phone. So this device is priced 9,999, available exclusively on Amazon via flash sales. So is it really worth buying for 9,999? So now the primary competitor of this device is the Redmi Note 3, which has 2GB RAM at this point and only 16GB internal storage. While all other aspects, the Redmi Note 3 is better because the Snapdragon 650 on the Redmi Note 3 is a much powerful chipset than the Helio P10 on the Meizu M3 Note. So Meizu M3 Note has a really good design and build quality. Display looks quite good. The battery performance is stellar. So these were some of the pros and cons of the Meizu M3 Note. So what do we think about this device? We feel that this isn't really a great value for money device at this price point, especially if you're looking for great performance out of this device. If you're looking for that, then you should be choosing the Redmi Note 3. But if you're looking for a great stylish phone and does pack all the aspects, then a Meizu M3 Note is a decent buy, but not really suited for heavy gaming or high performance. So that was the full and detailed review of the Meizu M3 Note. Hope you liked this video. Don't forget to hit the like button and also subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.